All right, nice. So let's start laying on your back in Shavasana. Begin by pushing the back of your head into your mat. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Allow your hands to fall away from your body and your palms to face the ceiling. Take a deep breath in all the way to the bottom of your lungs. And then let it out. Just continue to breathe at your own pace. Let go of tension. Let go of expectation. Feel the front of your body supported by the back of your body. And the back of your body is supported by the earth. When you are ready, reach your arms up over your head and stretch your arms and your legs away from each other, full body stretch. Keep your arms over your head, bend your knees, and bring the soles of your feet together in front of you, opening your knees out to the side. With your arms up over your head, grab a hold of opposite elbows. And breathe. Release your elbows and reach down. Grab a hold of your outer thighs and pull your knees back together. Heel toe your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in towards one another. And bring your arms alongside your body. Palms face up. Breathe. And bring your knees back into center, and then let them both fall over to the left. You have an option to stay here or to twist a little deeper. Turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Bring your head into center and then inhale your knees to center. Exhale them over to the other side. Option to stay where you are or to twist a little deeper. Turn your head to look over your left arm. And bring your head into center and inhale your knees into center. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to touch your kneecaps. Squeeze your body round your spine. Release your feet back down to the mat. Walk your feet away from you. Reach your arms up over your head. Stretch your arms and your legs away from each other. And then lean your arms and your upper body over to the right. Walk your legs over to the right. Feel the stretch on the whole left side of your body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers, like a banana. Inhale through center and exhale to the other side. Ralph Emerson states that to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Our lives are an emotional journey. Today, I lead you all through practice, and I feel pride. Pride defined as an inwardly directed emotion that refers to a satisfied sense of attachment toward one's own or another's choices and actions, or toward a whole group of people, and is the product of praise, independent self-reflection, or a fulfilled feeling of belonging. I encourage you, my friends, to share this feeling as we practice. Remembering the bumps in your journey, the bonds you have formed, the accomplishments you have endured. Inhale pride. Exhale arrogance. Inhale love. exhale, ego. But not too much inhalation of burning tires. Inhale and bring your arms and your legs back to center. And exhale, reach your arms and your legs away from each other, full body stretch. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow. Use the strength of your left hand to push yourself all the way up to sitting. On your inhale, bring both of your arms up over your head, reach for the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your left hand to the mat beside you, lean over, reach for the side of the room. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side. Try to bend a little deeper. Try to reach a little further. Turn your head to look at the ceiling. Continue to breathe. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Try to bend a little deeper. Try to reach a little further. Turn your head to look at the ceiling. Continue to breathe. There you go. Inhale, bring your arms back up over your head. Reach for the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands out in front of you. Let your head hang. Take this time to fill your belly with air, to let it all out. And walk your hands back towards your body. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand back behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, turn. Continue to make subtle movements with your breath, inhaling and growing taller, exhaling and twisting deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back to center. Switch sides. Right hand to the outside of your left knee, left hand back behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, starting with your chest turned, look back behind you. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back to center. And bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Come up onto all fours. Plant your palms below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Inhale, bring your belly towards the mat. Look up at the ceiling. Exhale, push into your hands, arch your back, point the top of your head at the mat. Continue to flow. Inhaling through cow and exhaling through cat. Really decompressing your spine here. Start to over-exaggerate your movements. Try to get your belly to graze the mat. Push the floor away from you. Try to get your spine to touch the ceiling. Your movement is led by your breath. One more round. On your next breath, bring your spine to neutral and make your way down onto your belly. Bring your left arm out in front of you, parallel to the top edge of your mat. Bend your right leg. Reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of your ankle or your foot, and then release your head down onto your arm. Breathe. Relax. Try to be as passive in this pose as you can be, creating a slight back bend. Lift your head. Bring your arm out to the side, shoulder height, palm face down. Nice. Release your foot and bring your hand to rest just below your shoulder. Push into your hand and roll over onto your arm. Breathe. Do whatever feels comfortable with your feet. Feet can be scissored. The top knee can be bent with the foot on the mat behind you. You can keep your right hand on the mat, or you can bring it and place it in the small of your back. One more deep breath. Release back onto your chest. Take a breath. And this time, put your right arm out in front of you, parallel to the top edge of your mat. Reach your left hand back for your left foot. Release your head onto your arm. Breathe. Again, trying to find the passiveness of this pose. And lift your head up, bring your right arm out to the side. Bring your left hand just below your shoulder. Push into your hand, rolling over onto your shoulder. Now, if you happen to be in the opposite direction last time, just switch sides. Breathe. Release back onto your belly. Bring both of your arms out in front of you. Bring one hand on top of the other, elbows out to the side, and release your head onto your hands. Lift your head, plant your palms, push up onto all fours. Spread your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes together. Push your hips over your heels. Walk your hands away from you, extended child's pose. Let go of tension. Bend your elbows, plant your palms, push back up to all fours. Cross your ankles behind you. Sit down on your mat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Make your way down onto your back, but make sure you have one of your blocks by you. Bend your knees, walk your feet towards your bum. Put the weight into your feet, lift your hips up into the air. Roll your shoulders down your spine and lift your hips up even higher. Grab a block. There are 3 levels to your block. Place the most appropriate below you, below your sacrum. And release all of your weight onto the block. Notice the compression in your lower spine. Almost like it is forcing out the last of the tension you carry there. Making it ooze out of the base of your spine, onto your mat and away from you. And put the weight back into your feet, lifting your hips up into the air. Remove your block. Round your spine, bringing it back down to the mat. Tailbone touches last. Take a breath. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to touch your kneecaps. Squeeze your body. Round your spine. And bring your feet back down to the mat. Walk your feet away from you until your legs are flat. Push the back of your head into your mat. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Allow your hands to fall away from your body, your palms to face the ceiling. Take a deep breath in all the way to the bottom of your lungs. Let it out. Let go of your breath and allow your body to breathe itself. And take this moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel, both physically and mentally. Go deep inside your mind. and picture your emotional self. I often picture my emotional self as a little girl, 4 years old. And picture your emotional self off plane, close by, toys, reading a book, whatever it is that will keep her occupied for a few moments. And picture your intellectual self. I often see my intellectual self as old, with wire-rimmed glasses, white hair. And just picture them off to the side a little bit, preoccupied, reading a book or researching something, being analytical. And then bring to mind your spiritual self. I often picture her in a flowy white dress, and golden hair, notice what she looks like to you, or he. Your spiritual self has something to tell you. They invite you to their home. And so the two of you, however that looks, make your way back to your spiritual self's home. And you make your way to the front door. Just notice what it looks like. And your spiritual self opens your front door. And in you walk, just noticing the living arrangements of your spiritual self, their home. And as you look around, you notice there is a space where two really comfortable chairs are facing one another. And the two of you walk over and sit down, facing each other, looking at each other. And your spiritual self tells you something that you need to hear. So listen. And she starts to wrap up. Brings you back down to your intellectual and emotional self. And as you allow your intellectual self to reabsorb back with your mind, so lovingly, just making a mental note that they don't have to be so analytical all the time. You allow your emotional self to make its way back in. Just taking this time, this moment to recognize that the emotional self, the child within, is often driving your mind, your body, your vehicle. And in the real world, no 4-year-old is allowed to drive a car. It would be ridiculous, absurd. You would report them. Yet this is us every day, being driven by emotion, stuffing, holding back, being subconsciously overridden. Let them back in, but put them in the passenger seat. Seat belted in. All of these are parts of you. They are not who you are. Embrace them all. Don't make any of them wrong. Inhale ever so deeply. Then let it out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Turn your head from side to side. Thank you. Pull your knees into your chest. Hug them in. Roll from side to side. Just eventually rolling all the way over onto your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow. Take a deep breath. Use the strength of your left hand to push yourself up to a seated position. Try to keep your eyes nice and heavy. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it out with a sigh. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to breathe. Bring your hands together in the center of your chest. Bow your head. Thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice this evening. From my heart to yours, namaste.